for who gets the kids can drag on for years, even after a divorce is final. While some parents spend thousands of dollars in civil court fighting to see their children, in Texas, child custody interference is a crime.
But as News 4 troubleshooter April Molina reports, it's often not enforced, which is why one local lawmaker is looking to change that.
I needed that closure that, I didn't want my son to be told that she gave up on you. She didn't love you. She didn't fight for you. Look, she quit.
2 years and more than $100,000 later, a civil court judge ruled Claudia's ex-husband would now have to escort her son from California to his court-ordered visits with his mom in San Antonio from now on. But by then, she said, the damage was done. Her now 16-year-old son, Mark, became so distant, he eventually stopped calling her mom.
I know that I'm just disregarded. And that was really, a really big moment.
Claudia lost her relationship with her oldest son, Mike, years before when he decided he wanted to live the majority of the time in California with his dad. At the time, she was supportive of his decision.
You're hoping that everything's going to be reciprocated, just like the way that you would encourage him to go visit dad and call dad, things like that. You thought that was going to happen, but it doesn't work that way, and it's stopped.
Claudia says her son's dad allowed him to miss multiple visits during her appointed time. 3 years later, her worst fear was realized when her younger son, then 13, decided he also wanted to move to California.
I knew what I was facing, that history would repeat itself, and it did.
Claudia says she would go 8 months without seeing her youngest son.
By that 8-month mark, that same child was telling me I was stupid, I was crazy, I don't ever want to see you again.
Even though her civil trial would result in regular visits with her son, Claudia wasn't awarded joint custody, meaning she lost parental rights, including the ability to take her son to a therapist to work on their relationship without his dad's consent. The troubleshooters learned there is another option for parents fighting an ex-spouse over custody. State Statute 2503 says child custody interference is a crime. But you should know, in order to take a case to the district attorney's office, you will need criminal offense reports.
So we're going to require peace officers to make a written report if they've been called to the scene where a custody agreement is not being followed.
State Senator Jose Menendez wants to increase awareness and enforcement of the child custody interference law, which he is hoping to amend through Senate Bill 2011.
Well, I want to make sure that I pass something that makes it crystal clear that this is a law that needs to be abided by.
There are about 1,000 visitation violations reported to the San Antonio Police Department every month. Only a handful that rise to the state jail felony offense of child custody interference. Claudia thinks that number might be much higher if parents were aware of the law. I'm News 4 troubleshooter April Molina.
April, thank you. If you'd like to follow the status of Senate Bill 2011, there's a link on our website, news4sa.com/troubleshooters. We also have important information on our website about getting your ex to comply with the court-ordered custody agreement.